Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Juliet, okay, the gist teller, the story lover. Okay guys, apparently you'll not be seeing my face today, you'll be hearing my voice. So moving on to today's reunion show, Big Brother, the Pepperdem reunion show. Ebuka started off with, yesterday Tasha was all apologetic and all that. So Ebuka started off with what happened after the recording of the show. One time, at the beginning of the reunion, Kim and Tasha had a kind of misunderstanding. So Ebuka started off with their matter, saying that there's no need for anybody to apologize to anybody, but then there's a need to iron out the issue. And then Kim started with that after the show, something was addressed, Tasha's issue was addressed, and Ebuka asked Kim to talk about it, and Kim talked about it, and then Tacha addressed Kim on that day. So Kim was like, after the show, after the recording, they went home, they went to their hotel, and then Tacha came at her, attacked her, tried to bully her, and even brought out her phone to record and was screaming at her. Like, she kept on screaming at her, and Kim said at that point she was scared, and then locked herself in the room, all that kind of thing. So Tacha was asked, and then she said that it seems like her what did she call it, like her confidence is something that is overemphasized, that if it was a man, nobody would really look at it, maybe because it's a woman. She said a lot of things, and Ebuka asked again the same question: did you bully her? Did you take a picture? Did you do that? Did you do this? And Tacha said she doesn't know what they are talking about. Ebuka asked her again, and she denied it, that she doesn't know what they're talking about. And Kim said that there were eyewitnesses. Omashola was there, Esther was there, and they saw what happened. So they asked Amashala, they asked Esther, and they said that if for sure, they didn't know if Tacha recorded, but they know that, Tacha was screaming and brought her phone, outside of the compound. Amashala said almost the same thing as Esther, so they argued the whole thing, and Ebuka asked Tacha again if she recorded. Just answer yes or no if you recorded something. And Tacha said she doesn't know what they're talking about. So Ebuka asked, does it mean that Esther, Omashola, and Kim are actually lying? And she said she doesn't know what Ebuka is saying. So Ebuka now said, because today Tacha was putting on a pink dress, so Ebuka was like, what color? If I say you are wearing a blue dress, does it mean I'm lying or not? And then she said, you're lying, So the whole thing shall boil down that Tacha was actually, denying the fact that she did something. Then Kim Oprah was like, Tacha, if you have, what's the name of that English? So Tacha said, so Kim said, if you have amnesia, then you should see somebody, you should treat yourself, because you can't do something to someone and then deny it outrightly. And then Tacha was not like, wow, all this kind of thing. Then Kim went on and even said that, you should treat yourself, you should check yourself. If you have a problem with me, you come up to me as the confident woman that you are and approach me. Apparently, I'm going to apologize, that kind of thing. And then Tasha was like, for the person I even loved. And Kim said, you cannot love somebody and treat them like that. And I don't even need your love. Something like that, So, Tacha's fans, what do you people think about this? And Kim Oprah's fans too. So Mercy was asked, and then Mercy was like, she has been trying to hold herself literally, because she saw the video that Tacha made on that day. She said she literally saw the video, but she didn't tell anybody. So she's surprised that Tacha could say that she doesn't know what they are talking about. Titans, mercenaries, Kim Oprah fans, come up and defend your person. So moving on to Esther and Frodd. At that time, Esther and Frodd issue were not really, brought to an end. I know their issue was brought up on today's episode again. And then Frodd, Esther said that she didn't like what Frodd said about her. The way Frodd said that she pulls up with classic car, with exotic cars, it meant something. It really sent a signal. So Esther said that was not good enough for Frodd to say that. A lot of people are having that perception in their minds, and she doesn't really care about it. But the same thing coming from someone that she calls a friend, it was really, really painful. And then Fraud was like, oh, like, fine, that's a lot of people have shamed him a lot, calling him all sorts of name, dragging him generally. Think it's calling him, especially what happened in the house. Like the way you guys know what happened in the house now. Do I need to say it? The way Fraud was all over Esther, it just seemed so much that Fraud was all over Esther, and Esther is just there. You know what I'm saying? So it now seemed like people, even Fraud said that a lot of people do not believe that he will come out of the house and achieve something, that they thought he will come out of the house and still continue to be a woman rapper, which he wanted to change the perspective. And at the same time, he still loved Esther, he protected Esther. People said a lot of things about Esther, he still protected them, even to his friends outside. And then he showed Esther a lot of love. That why would Esther come on national TV and say that he did not propose to her properly, making him seem like a playboy, so they both poured out their emotions. Esther and Fraud, they poured out their emotions. Esther said what was paining her, Fraud said what was paining him. In the end, Venita concluded that there is nothing that cannot be repairable. And then Ebuka said, before Ebuka came in, Fraud was like, Esther will come to the public, like on social media, and just be normal, but inside, Esther will come to him, give him a lot of sweet word, and even tell him, I love you, I prefer you, I choose you, and all of that. Even on his birthday, even when he thought all is over, Esther still sent him a sweet loving message, and he was like, So in everything, Ebuka came in. I was like, where are you guys now? What are you going to do about this whole thing? Esther was asked, and she said that as friends but she's ready to work things out with Fraud. And then Fraud was asked, and he said definitely. And then at that point I was like, oh, these two are actually very, very sweet right now. So guys, this brings us to the end of the gist. Stay tuned on this channel. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please, what is the problem? Click the red button to subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye.